This Week with Raymond, brought to you by the Abaca Group, Fatpho, Maya, A Cafe, Tavolada, and Abaca, and also brought to you by the Fat Bastard French Wines from D+B and Laser Rider. Hi there, you're watching This Week with Raymond. We're in A Cafe, and my guest today is Bunny Pajes, a very, very good friend. I've known him for a long time, and he's got a lot of businesses out there, and whatever he touches seems to turn into gold. Now, before anything else, Bun, we've known each other for a long time. But
long time.
But I have a little dilemma, no? Is how do I call you? As you see, like most of my friends, my contemporaries call you Tito.
Oh, really?
So,
is that a joke?
Tito, just I call you just Bunny.
Please call me Bunny. Everybody calls me Bunny.
But you know what would be really, really weird, Bun? Is that, like, you know, on the other side of town, people of your stature, you know, the women call them kuya. Okay. Now, that would be really, really weird.
That's weird.
Have you come across that?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay, so in other words, you've been on the right side of town.
Yeah, I've been on the right side. But you know, sitting down here with you, I'm used to be on that side. I'm more used to be on that side than here. So I'm used to interviewing people than being interviewed. So it's going to be quite a good experience.
So, well, let's put it this way. I don't want to consider you a victim or anything like that.
That's okay.
But anyway, I was just curious, no?
Yeah.
In your birth certificate, did it write Bunny or did it write something else?
No, it's Manuel.
It's Manuel.
It's Manuel. But you know, Manuel is not very, very memorable. So I said, Bunny.
So how did you get to that Bunny?
My parents called me Bunny.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but the spelling used to be Bonnie, which did not sound very well to me, so I changed it to Bunny.
Ah, okay.
Bunny, which is easy to remember. So that's the long and the short of it.
No, because the thing there, actually before, I think it was last night. So I said I had to Google you. Okay. Because I wanted to know more about you.
Yeah.
Now, 3 things came out.
Okay.
One is that you're an engineer.
Yes, I'm a chemical engineer.
Okay. Oh, chemical. Okay, that didn't come out there. Okay. Number 2 was the Bunny, and beside Bunny was the word energizer. Okay. And the 3rd was Bunny, and then there was the word scandal.
That I didn't see.
Okay.
Was that me? Or no?
No, guess which one I clicked?
Okay, scandal.
No, I don't. Sometimes I click word scandal, but seriously, it was more on the engineer side, because I really didn't know that you were an engineer.
Actually, I finished chemical engineering at the University of San Carlos, but I never practiced engineering. I went into sales.
Oh, okay.
So I joined Mobil Oil Philippines in the marketing department. Yeah, and I stayed there for 5 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and after that, you know, I was getting bored, and I went and joined the life insurance business like you.
Okay, that's when you got into Manulife.
That's when I got into Manulife, and this was in Bacolod.
Okay,
and Iloilo. So that's where I started, and I came back to Cebu after a few years and started to build a team for the Visayas and Mindanao for Manulife. And believe it or not, I stayed for about 23 and a half years.
You read my mind.
In the insurance business. Yeah,
I was just about to ask you that.
23 and a half years in the life insurance business.
Okay. Now, during the Mobil years, at least I was pretty close to your course, which is chemical engineering.
Yes.
So what motivated you to get into the life insurance business?
Well, you know, that was a time, after 5 years with Mobil Oil, the oil crisis got hit. You know, we got hit by the OPEC, the exporting, the organization of exporting countries.
The cartel.
Yeah, the cartel. And what was happening there was, instead of really servicing the service stations, giving them more fuels and oils, what we did was just allocated very, very specific volumes for them, and it wasn't satisfying anymore. So I wasn't excited anymore. So I was looking for something else, and the life insurance business came, and it was fun. And there was an opportunity to make more money, so I joined in. So it's something that had no bottom really, but it had no ceiling too in terms of income. So it was a challenging situation.
Now, your roots are Cebuano?
Yeah, I'm really from Cebu. Both my parents are from Cebu. I studied here. I grew up here, and I left when I was 20 years old. So I packed my bags. I had 500 pesos in my wallet, and I borrowed a bag, and I got assigned to Iloilo to work.
Okay, This Week with Raymond, brought to you by the Abaca Group, Fatpho, Maya, A Cafe, Tavolada, and Abaca, and also brought to you by the Fat Bastard French Wines from D+B and Laser Rider. Now, you know what, going back to the name Bunny, I'm sorry I can't get away from it. It's a fixation on that name. But, you know, like when I was in the insurance business, you know, so, well, your company, well, Manulife. Yes, and my company then, we were, we were friendly competitors.
Definitely.
And because some people mention your name quite often and say, hey, you know, you should go see Bunny. Now, I didn't know who you were yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but, you know, like I kept hearing your name.
In a good way? Or
in a good way,
okay,
of course.
Good.
I mean, it was always praises and all that, you know, very, very nice person.
Thank you.
But the thing there is that they didn't specify gender. So I go to your office and then, you know, like the only thing I know about bunnies were the Playboy bunnies. So like I got in there and I was kind of disappointed that like, oh, it's a guy.
So you didn't do enough research?
No. I mean, you know, like I guess the name, like, you know, Bunny, it's 6, huh? Because somehow like you think, oh, Bunny must be, and then, oh, he's not.
Okay.
No, so, kidding aside, no? You were you got into mobile oil, then to Manulife, and from there.
That's it. I was 49 years old. Mm-hmm. I said it's time to go. It's time to be on my own business.
Okay.
You know, the life insurance business, as well as it is, it's really something you cannot pass on to your children. Mm-hmm. So I said
the skill is different.
The skill is different, and also the business itself. Mm-hmm. So I said I've got to find something else, and it just started to look and search. So the desire to be my own boss was there inside.
Well, you were always your own boss, right?
No,
even when you were
to a large extent, but not really, because you've got a company still that you have to report to, that you need to set standards, but it's quite different. So what we did was we started with a school.
Oh, okay. But did you start the school when you left Manulife, or was that before?
We started it when I left Manulife. In a way,
is that right?
Way back in 1974.
And this was
we started the school before actually I left Manulife, but it was very small. And when I left when I retired in 1996, that's when we grew the businesses. But at that time,
when did you retire?
I retired in 1996.
1996.
Yeah, 16,
Has it been
16
that
years
long?
ago. Yeah, it's been that short.
Yeah, it's been that short.
I feel like it's just yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I see that long, it's because I feel like it just happened yesterday. No?
It just feels, so many things have happened because at that time we had a school which was very small at that time. Mm-hmm. And then since that time, we've actually grown our businesses and we've been blessed. Okay. And things just fell into place.
Now, your school right now is the Bright Academy, but before that, it wasn't named Bright Academy.
No, Playhouse Children's Center is still there, but it's from the smaller kids, like a year and a half until elementary, mm-hmm. And then the high school department is Bright Academy.
Okay. Now, after Bright, you expanded to other ventures.
Now we put up Playroom, which is a daycare center, and then we had Thirsty, and then we put up Moon Cafe, mm-hmm. And then now we have Lantau, mm-hmm. Native restaurants, and then we have the Outpost, which is a resto bar. We also have Guitar World, which sells music equipment, mainly guitars, and we have about 100 students learning to play the guitar there, and the piano, and the drums, and it's been pretty interesting. Okay,
let's go back a bit because it's getting a bit too fast. Mm-hmm. Now, when you got into business, mainly the school, why did you specifically choose getting into education?
Well, at that time Michael was actually my youngest son was 2 years old. So we thought that it was a good business to put up, and you have a way of changing the minds of young people. Mm-hmm. And we had this place. It was actually a garage that we converted into a school. So we started with 5 kids, and it just grew and grew. We moved from different locations. We rented a place in Banilad, mm-hmm. And that's how we started the school. And then we moved to right now here in in Banilad. Mm-hmm. And also Banilad, but another location. It's a bigger campus. It's 1.2 hectares.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's and we built a school there.
And now, before anything else, Bon, because I find the food here very distracting. Elsie, excuse me, you gotta focus. I want to know what this is.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, you're not Elsie, right?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, come on. What is this? This is
hummus, chickpea hummus.
Okay, it looks very, very good. You want to give it a try? You want to try it later? Because yeah, give it a try.
I'm too excited to eat right now. I'm just talking with you, so I'll postpone that later on.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead?
Hard to talk at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
This is focused here right now. Okay.
Now me, because my mind sort of shifts between the conversation and the food. This week with Raymond, brought to you by the Abaca Group, Fat Pho, Maya, A Cafe, Tavolata, and Abaca, and also brought to you by the Fat Bastard French Wines from D+B and Laser Rider. From the school, the next step was Thirsty. Okay,
yeah.
And like, if I understand, you bought Thirsty for how much?
We bought Thirsty for about 230,000 pesos. Lock, stock, and barrel, yeah.
Really?
But it only had two outlets then, one in SM and one in Ayala.
You know, do you realize that you just stole something?
No, but it would have closed down if we didn't buy it, because it was sort of almost gone. Believe it or not, it's at the time I went there to buy something, and the employee said if they wanted to apply with me, because we had Playroom then already in SM.
Oh, okay.
So maybe the owners would want to sell this. So we talked to the owners, the family of then Vice Mayor Renato Osmeña. So we bought Thirsty, and from two outlets we actually grew it little by little. So it's been 16 years now since we acquired Thirsty.
Wow. But you know, the thing there is that what about Thirsty did you find attractive? You mean, like, here's a business that's about to shut down. I mean, you know, like these people are applying for work, right? And all of a sudden you say, oh, okay, this looks good. But what did you see there? What was the gold in there?
Yeah, but you know, this was 16 years ago. I saw that there was potential because it was fresh, healthy, and at the time people were getting just more and more conscious of becoming healthy. So
what did you see?
That's what I saw, the potential, because there was a trend on people getting more health conscious, not only in exercise but also in the food that they take. So we developed the concept of the healthy way.
Okay.
And we hired an artist to redesign the logo. We changed it, we simplified the menu, and then we just expanded and expanded and expanded. Okay. And I remember my son just said, why are we expanding that? We don't know this business. I said, don't worry, John, let's learn along the way. You know, believe it or not, Mon, 16 years down the line, we're still learning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still learning, never stops.
Wow, that was pretty good lightning.
Some more lightning.
And thunder. But anyway, from Thirsty, the next thing you went shopping for was that Moon already?
Playroom was there. But you know, it took 10 years before Moon came into the picture.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
it was not like you were on a shopping spree, like, okay, no, that company's for sale, I'm going to buy it.
These things just come to our laps. It's not really that you go on and search and search. I think the message I want to give right now is, if it's not given to you, you can't have it.
But then some people would disagree, because some people would say, like, hey, for you to have it, you got to go pursue it. I mean, you know, it's like courtship.
No,
like the trend right now, like the women are pursuing the men because they can't. If they wait, they'll end up with, you know,
no, but in our case, it wasn't really like that.
Okay.
You know, I believe in the concept that if it's for you, you'll get it. If not, you won't get it. So what happened was Thirsty sort of landed on our lap, and we took good care of it. And I think when you get lucky, you just maximize your luck. And I think that's the most important point. We never stopped a day for keep on improving it, and we still are today, improving it. So you never stop.
Now let me jump again. I'll be jumping around.
Sure.
Okay. Now, so from Thirsty, fast forward 10 years, then Moon Cafe.
Yes.
Okay. How was this again? Was offered to you? It fell on your lap?
No, Moon was offered to my son Charlie, and it was closing down. He talked to me, and we looked at it. You know, the restaurant business is a scary business to go into. You hear so many horror stories. So we never thought of it. But we've always loved Moon. We used to go there. Even
Same here.
We live in Manila, and we used to drive there just to eat. So the food was good, but
Manila and the old Moon was in Guadalupe.
Yeah, that's a bit far. So the family used to drive there and eat. So when it was offered to us, I said, we looked at it. I was the only one who was convinced that we should do it. The other members of the family were a bit hesitating, and I said, Charles, let's go ahead and do it. So we bought it. We bought it for about 700,000 pesos, lock, stock, and barrel. and we hired a very good interior designer to design for us, John Gonzalez.
Oh, John.
He owns a Collage and his other businesses. So we hired him, we redesigned it, and we closed it for about 3 months. So we bought it in March, and then we opened it in June. And when we opened it, it just clicked.
No, actually, I do remember when we met before you opened, and you mentioned to me that you got Moon.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was this, Bunny, you got it right.
Is that right?
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I don't know if you remember that conversation. The reason being is, number one, I love the place.
Yeah.
I like
So
going
many
there.
people did.
Yes.
And still do.
And I'm speaking about the original Moon. You
Yeah.
know? So I enjoyed it, and I guess things, again, those are one of the things that fell into place.
Yes.
But before anything else, I think let's have a bite.
Okay. Let's have a bite.
This week with Raymond, brought to you by the Abaca Group, Fat Pho, Maya, A Cafe, Tavolata, and Abaca, and also brought to you by the Fat Bastard French Wines from D+B and Lazy Rider. Okay, we're back, and Bunny, I hope you won't feel uncomfortable with the questions,
Go on, one.
because you will.
Okay.
Kidding. No, but okay, we left off, we were talking about Moon Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after Moon Cafe, what was next?
Moon Cafe, we put up Guitar World.
Okay,
You know,
and
one of my sons, Randy, is passionate about music. He's part of a band. He studied guitar in the United States. So one of his dreams was really to put up a school where he can teach young kids, young adults, in fact, how to play the guitar. So we had this opportunity to put up one. So we put up this Guitar World.
and how is it doing?
It's doing okay. But I think it's a business that can really not grow as big as the restaurant business. But you know, it's an advocacy in itself. So it's something that we want to continue. And we're very happy with it. And I think it's helping a lot of kids love how to play the guitar.
You sell instruments there too? Or?
Yes, we
okay.
do.
And are you going to get into instrument manufacturing, which I wouldn't be
No,
surprised if you did?
not at the moment. That's
Not at the
another
moment.
business. Yeah, you know, it's so difficult to just go into any business. Any business that you go into requires your time, your effort, and your commitment. And that in itself is a very competitive business.
Oh, is that right?
And we actually just distribute. We get from the branded names and we sell them there in the store.
Okay, so you do lessons. Do you also have a studio there?
We don't have a studio. Well, we have rooms where classes are held. We have teachers who are very good, and we have a lot of students now. In summer, we reach about 130 students.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 5 classrooms that are individual, and right now I think we have about 100 kids studying.
Okay, you also play?
No, I don't.
But you can dance, right?
Depends on what level.
Okay. Now, after the guitar business, when did you get started with the guitar?
The guitar was about 2 years ago.
Oh, just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And after that,
After that, we bought a resto bar in Lahug. Actually, it's called The Outpost.
okay,
This is an iconic
Yes, it is.
brand. Actually, it's been there for about 7 years.
that's in a way sort of related to your guitar business, right?
Related to Randy's playing because he used to play there a lot. And when it closed down in September,
Oh, they closed down.
They closed down in September, so it was offered to us. We bought it, we renovated it, and it's now running pretty well.
Okay, to be honest, I haven't been there in a long time. I mean, it's a nice grungy place, no?
Yes, but it's different now. We actually lighted it up a little bit more and fixed a lot of things. We put up additional comfort rooms, so it's more comfortable now.
So
Hopefully
more comfort rooms to make it more comfortable.
No, because it was a problem, limited space, and it was inside the place. So we opened it up a little bit. We renovated. We put up the comfort rooms outside. So
Well, for one, you drink a lot of beer. You need a lot of comfort
yes,
rooms, diba?
definitely, we consider that, of course.
Yes. Okay. Now, after Outpost was...
Lantau actually came just a few months before Outpost.
Oh, so you were on a shopping spree.
These things just came. Charlie, who's our head of our restaurant division, my son, he saw this place.
Charlie is your son?
Yes, Charlie's my son.
How many
He's
children do you have?
5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
4 boys and 1 girl.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Charlie saw this and he really liked it. This is the one in Cordova. You've been there yourself.
yes,
so,
yes.
So he
Love the
saw
place.
this and he said, maybe Dad, we could buy this. So we talked to the
Oh,
owner.
you mean it existed already?
Yeah, it existed. Different name. A different name. I couldn't even remember the name. But it was dilapidated. Unfortunately, it wasn't run well. So we bought it, we destroyed it, we redesigned the place, and we put up an entirely new structure, which is floating.
Yes.
And our capacity there is pretty big, almost 600 people.
Really?
Yeah, it still gets
But don't
filled up.
you have problems with the service? I mean, if
No,
you-
we have 80. One time we had 80 people there servicing everybody.
really.
Yeah, imagine 80, and most of the people we hired actually come from the vicinity.
Oh, that's nice. So at least you provide employment there. no?
And we pay a lot of parking fees to the barangay.
Oh my God,
So
yeah,
we
the parking
hire the
there.
tanods there. So and there's a place for tourists to go to, and with a fantastic view of the city. So this was June of 2012.
Okay, now like it's getting a little tight because 2012 already, it's
Yeah.
20 to 30
Yes.
now. So did anything happen between that time and now?
Yeah, we opened another lantau in
Oh, yeah, the
up in
one
the
up there.
mountains, the one in Busay. So we ask ourselves, since Lantau Cordova is doing extremely well, I said, where's the next place? So up in the mountains.
This week with Raymond, brought to you by the Abaca Group, Fat Pho, Maya, A Cafe, Tavolada, and Abaca, and also brought to you by the Fat Bastard French Wines from D+B and Laser Rider.
And so we tried to look for a place there, and we wanted to get cups, which we got. But I was concerned about the entrance fees because it's 100 pesos just to enter,
Yes.
and it's not consumable. So we were about to start with Lantau because we made a deal with Osmeñas. And just a day before we were about to start, a friend of mine just called me and said, Bunny, why don't you look at this place? So we went there, we looked at it, and we loved the place. So it landed
fell into place.
it fell into place.
Okay, anything after that? Nothing yet.
Yeah, we're right now we're building the third Lantau in
still
the
Lantau.
South, in the South Road properties. That's going to be our
SRP.
third. Yeah, that's our last for Cebu. We will not build another one.
Okay.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes we did with Moon, where we opened too many.
Oh, you feel open to many moons?
I think we did. We mentioned 8 moons in Cebu City alone, well, including Mactan. So that's just a lot.
Yeah, but all of them seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, but you're just eating one market from the other.
Okay.
So Lantau, we're going to be just doing 3, and because each has a unique ambience, a unique view.
Yes.
Cordova, you see the whole island of Cebu from the mountain, out from the
Yeah.
beach with this mountain. You can see it from the top. This one is, you see the channel. And the SRP,
okay.
from there at the back, you can see the mountain. So it's also nice.
So
We're opening.
you call it Lantau because
You have the view.
Lantau,
Yeah,
which is
Lantau
basically
means to view from a distance.
yeah.
So we're building now, and we're going to be opening before the end of October.
Well, that's interesting because I can imagine, of course, the Lantau part. When you if you're in Cordova, your Lantau, your
Yeah.
view is the city of Cebu. When you're up there in the mountains, your Lantau is, of course, the city and
Yeah.
Mactan.
Yes.
But in SRP,
You
what am I going
actually
to look
see
at?
no, but this one is just beside the ocean. So you see the boats passing. You can see the other side.
Oh, really?
You see the sea.
Okay.
So it's nice. It's also nice.
Okay, that's very interesting.
But that's temporary, man. Because we'll be moved into the development at El Corso of Philinvest sometime in 2016.
Oh, that's quite.
No, because what I did was I called Philinvest. I said, do you have a lot that we can use for 3 years until you open up? It so happened that they had the same thought. So we got together and said, okay, build here, but take it out after 3 years and we will move you into the real development later on.
Okay.
But in the meantime, for the next 3 years, we'll be the only ones there.
Okay.
Nobody else
Oh,
will be
okay.
able to put up in that area.
Wonderful. Now, you've been talking about things just falling into place. You use the word blessing. Are you the religious type of a guy? Because you never came across to me like that.
No, not in that context. I'm Catholic, and I believe in God, but I'm not a, how do you call it, fanatic in the sense.
You're not a fundamentalist.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
No, but seriously,
I believe if your mind is prepared and your heart is prepared, things will come, and they come into place. They're just given, but you have to be ready. I think to be ready is that you clear your mind of distractions and problems, and and close your open loops, as I write in my articles in Sunstar.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've read your articles, by the way, and as I texted you, I like the way it's presented because it's almost like a memo, by the way. no, but which is
it's the only way I know to write. So I'm not a writer, really.
No, but if you're able to put it across right away, because for people who are very busy, like we want to see, we want to get to the point,
direct
right?
to the point.
Like you build it up, and then you have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, which is perfectly okay because
thank you.
I go over it and I glance at each point, and I've read a lot, and I know you read a lot. We'll get to that. But the thing there is that we forget. And it's nice to be reminded. That's why when I went over your article, I liked it because there were things there that it was a good reminder in a way. And I actually wanted to forward that email to somebody else, but something
feel free,
went wrong.
yeah.
But okay, let me specifically mention what it was. The thought was that if it's not working, dump it.
Change the losing game.
Exactly, change the losing game. That's the one I'm specifically referring to. Now, let's go back to your employment days.
Yeah.
Well, Manulife wasn't exactly employment because, both of us know, we're in business, and it's okay. Now, mobile oil, and Manulife, but basically these are very good corporate structures that we pick up a lot, we learn a lot. What were the things there that you learned which prepared you to get into business?